Okay, so like I promised, I'm gonna make a video here, and I know it's not the best, but I have a pretty small camera tripod, so deal with that. I just wanted to show how quick it is to make baby food, which we're making sweet potato, which is probably the most complicated out of our meals right now. I'm doing 2 so that we have plenty throughout the week. I cooked it in the oven. We just bake the sweet potato real quick. It takes about 40 minutes. We started before nap time. We put in a load of diapers, and now we're just chopping it up. And if you've ever baked a sweet potato before, you know the skin just basically peels off of it. You don't even need a potato peeler, so that's a beautiful thing. We're gonna chop it into small bits to toss it in our little baby blender here. This is my favorite one, and it works great for us. So, sweet potato. Throw on the lid. We're going to add some water. I have about a cup of water here. We're just going to put in a little bit at a time until it gets to where we want it to be in consistency, and that's going to depend on how old your baby is. We kind of mush just to get everything situated. Now, the more of any type of vegetable or fruit or anything that you use, clearly the bit longer it's going to take. There is a smaller bowl for this particular baby blender that makes it much quicker. But since we're doing 2 potatoes, we're using the big one. Lots of fun watching it blend. A hoot and a half over here watching somebody blend food, but just an example. We've got it just about the right consistency here. We just need to get the chunks out. check consistency one more time. Looking pretty good. Faye doesn't need it too soupy because she does have pretty good control over eating. Enjoys her food, so we're gonna leave it about like so. And pop that back on, take that off, and push it back. And from here, it's so easy. We're going to grab one of the handy dandy little cups, and let's see, what's today's date? We've got the 25th, so my favorite thing is that these particular ones come with a date dial, so you can actually turn it to the 25th so you know when you made it. And I just scoop a little on here and plop it in the little baby food jars. And Sweets is to the point where she'll eat about a half a jar at a time. So I can actually fill 2 jars and put them in the fridge so that they're ready for her. She'll eat half a jar today and then clear the other jar and a half for the next couple days. We like to eat. Woo. And I love the little smiley faces on these. I just think they're super cute, which was actually why we ended up getting this one, but it was a great choice. And then this is our freezer tray. This is great because I can just fill it with baby food and then stick it in the freezer. Protects it from freezer burn and everything else. And when we're ready, I just pop out the little baby food sickles and put them in one of the jars. Now, baby food holds for about 3 days in the refrigerator and 30 days in the freezer, so you do want to make sure that you're using it in that time frame. If you have a super little one who's only interested in eating maybe a quarter of a bowl a day, I would avoid making too much at one time. But Faye is pretty enthusiastic, so we can make however much we want, really. And I know this is super exciting too, watching somebody just scoop in, and then we can just do that to get it down to where it needs to be. We're not actually going to end up filling all 6, which is not uncommon. Obviously, the vegetables are going to be different sizes, the fruits are going to be different sizes, so if you think, oh, I get 4 jars every time I make 1 sweet potato or 1 banana, that could just be a little different if you have a gigantic sweet potato, a giant banana, a really teeny tiny avocado. Now, sweet potatoes probably the most time consuming of the foods to make, just because it actually requires being baked first, whereas if this was an avocado or a banana, you just peel it, chop it, and throw it in. But like I said, you can get plenty done in the time where you're waiting, and we actually are going to put a little bit in the 6th one. So this is just going to be maybe 1 day's worth of food. But that's alright. Maybe that'll just be a snack. And then you pop the lid on. And we have the next 3 days easy, and I mean another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11-ish days worth of food that's going in the freezer. And all you do is rinse it out, wash it, and you are done. So, making baby food way easier than people made it seem when I was talking about starting. Awesome.